I work hard to earn my pay, and I saved real big today at All-American Ford.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason Smino, the Marketing Director for the All-American Auto Group, and this is the All-American Auto Mall in Old Bridge Updates podcast. This is episode number 58. I'm going to be giving my first reaction to the all-new 2022 Ford Maverick. We got our first one in kind of to the surprise of us. We actually didn't expect one this early. We have a staff-wide training where a Ford Motor Company employee was going to bring one. We actually all thought that was going to be the first time we were going to see it in person, which is pretty interesting. And one of them showed up. So it's a stock unit. It's currently on our showroom floor, and I'll talk about that. I got to test drive it, got to check it out. So I'll go through that. And then towards the end, I'll focus a little bit on the Subaru Loves Pets Pet-A-Palooza that's coming up in a couple days on Saturday, October 9th. So let's get into it. So last week was episode 56. It was just some weekly updates about some incoming stuff. One of the things I talked about was the Roushes that we got in. So we had gotten in two Roush F-150s, a Roush F-250, which was our first Roush F-250 Super Duty. So beautiful trucks. Check it out on our social media pages. I believe the F-250 sold already, and I think one of the F-150s. So, I've been talking about it a lot on this podcast. We've talked a lot about the inventory right now and how crazy it is and how quick things move. These Roush trucks are no difference. They were absolutely beautiful. We did a nice photo shoot in our parking lot on the 18. We call it the Route 18 lot. And so you can check that out on our social media pages. And then something else exciting that we got in that was brand new for us was the all-new 2021 Ford Explorer Timberland edition. So it's a Ford Explorer that is built more for off-road. Comes with a lot of cool and different features, a different grille, very unique grille. It's got these like orange accents everywhere. You'll see them, on the front and throughout. So very cool take on the Explorer. I love the logo that they put on it, the Timberland logo. So you could see that in the photos on Instagram. That's what I'm clicking through right now, if you could hear my mouse. But check it out. Really cool additions, the different rims for it. The unique grille I talked about. It's got a trailer tow package, class 3, so towing capacity of 5,300. This one that we got in is a really nice carbonized gray metallic. The interior was really nice. It's almost like a green, maybe like a dark green. So it's half leather seat, half they call it like Active X seats, half leather, half kind of cloth in the middle. But it's a really nice interior. It's definitely different. You got to check it out. It looks a lot different in person too than in the photos as I'm going through them. But it's like a dark green, so it gives that kind of outdoor feel, I guess, to it. But definitely a very cool version of the Explorer. I believe Ford is doing the Timberland additions on multiple vehicles. So Explorer is the first one we got in, but you'll see more coming down the line. So very exciting stuff if you like the different off-road versions of these SUVs. And then into the Maverick. So we got our first one, like I said, it's a 2022 model line. This was announced by Ford probably earlier this year. It was, in my opinion, a very kind of short lifespan from when they really announced it to when we started to see more information on it to when we were able to start reserving and ordering them for customers to now when we got it in. So to me, it felt very quick the way it was done, or the timeline, I should say. And I know my brother, Nick, the fixed ops director here, he had talked about it on one of the previous podcast episodes that he went to Dallas for a Ford Motor Company all dealer meeting. And it was a few months ago. So he actually saw the Maverick before most other people. And he said when he saw it in person, he loved it. He thought it looked amazing, thought it was going to be really popular. And I've talked about it too before on the podcast. We were very surprised with the amount of orders that we got in for this brand new model, without people really being able to see it. and realized the size of it, we were definitely surprised with the sheer number of orders that we got for it. So this one came in. It is a stock unit. It's an XL, so that's the base trim level, so the lowest trim level. This one has an MSRP of $24,000. You could go a little bit lower than that. The real base, like absolutely no added features to it, it starts under 20K. But this one is definitely basic. We're not hiding it. And when I posted on social media and, I wrote some comments about what's in it and stuff, the biggest comment was, the rims. And they are definitely basic rims. It's, again, it's known that it's a base model. It's an XL. It's one of the cheaper ones we'll have here. And I think it's more targeted toward, and the reason why they didn't put, a different set of rims on it, it's just a basic set of rims. I think it's more focused or targeted towards, potentially a small business and or commercial work trucks. So I think these are going to be popular with small businesses and in the commercial work truck space, where you could get this great vehicle that, this specific one is all-wheel drive. So it checks that box for businesses. It gets 29 miles per gallon as a pickup truck, which is fantastic. The 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine is actually pretty strong for how small this vehicle is, or how small of a pickup truck it is. Obviously compared to what Ford has in the Ranger, the F-150, the Super Duty, obviously. This is significantly smaller than all of those. And you could tell it's a noticeable difference too. Right now in our commercial showroom, we have a Ranger and we have this Maverick. And you could just tell, easily by looking at how much smaller it is. So that 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine actually packs a pretty good punch with 250 horsepower. So, and I got to drive it. I thought it had nice pickup, felt good. I think it was a pretty cool little pickup truck, to be honest with you. And it's targeted again towards that small business, towards that commercial. But Ford brought this over at this price point, really to get those first-time drivers or anybody looking to downsize and go cheaper. First-time drivers, college students, this is going to be very popular with. So, they loaded it up with technology. Even on this base model, you get the Ford Pass, you get the 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot. You get an 8-inch Bluetooth touchscreen. Obviously, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that good stuff. So it's really geared towards that. A lot of tech inside. And then the bed, it's this thing called a flex bed. And the bed, I was surprised, it's pretty deep. So although it looks small, it's a 4.5 foot bed, which, to give you kind of an idea, the F-150, has a 5.5 foot or 6.5 foot bed if you get the extended bed. So this one's 4.5. So again, definitely smaller, 110%. But the way they designed it, it's pretty deep. I would imagine you could put a lot of stuff in there. And like I said, I think that's what plays into, the need for small businesses and even first-time buyers and college students. So as I'm going through the pictures, I really want to point out the interior. So check those out, because it is let me see what they called it. So they called it a two-tone black onyx and medium dark slate, which it's like this really nice black cloth seats and then these blue accents throughout. So a lot of the panels are this really nice blue color. They call it a medium dark slate, but I don't know, to me, maybe I'm colorblind, but it looks, it's like a nice blue. So very, very nice interior. I was surprised by it. I think they did a really nice job with it. And although it's a base model and it's a very affordable vehicle, I think the interior is very impressive. I'm 6 feet tall, so I guess on the medium to taller side. And, sitting in it, there's plenty of room. I think Ford has really done a nice job recently, with the Bronco Sport I've talked about in the past, the Ranger. Some of the newer models, they've done a good job with utilizing space and making things feel better bigger from the inside than they might look from the outside. So as somebody who's 6 feet tall, the inside of this was spacious. It was, fine to drive, nothing glaring in terms of it being too small or anything like that. So I was very impressed with it. I think it's going to do extremely well. I'm excited for us to start to get in some of the orders for the customers that did order with us. Again, we had a lot. And, going through kind of the aspects of it, there's 3 trim levels: the XL, XLT, and then the Lariat. So even the Lariat starts at 25 grand. So you're still talking like the highest trim level. If you get it completely loaded, it's still going to come in cheaper or significantly cheaper than the Ranger, because the Ranger base starts at 25 grand too. So, it's a really good deal if you're looking for something a little bit smaller and a little bit more affordable than the Ranger itself. So, but there's that size difference, and definitely utility wise, it's a little different. But there's 2 engine choices. There's a standard 2.5 liter full hybrid engine. So that's the one that is going to be basically standard on the XLT and the Lariat trim levels. That's the one that's going to get you 40 miles per gallon, which is incredible for a pickup truck, obviously. And it has a targeted estimated range of 500 miles on a tank of gas. So really, I mean, that's like fantastic for all needs: business, college students, first-time buyers, anybody would like those stats for a pickup truck. So that's great. And then, like I talked about, this XL and the XL trim in general has an available 2.0 liter EcoBoost engine, which will get you that all-wheel drive, and it'll get you, the 250 horsepower. So impressive for the size of it, the price tag on it, the value of it in general. They have a lot of cool designs in terms of the interior itself. Like I said, that one had kind of the blue accents, but there's some cool pictures on Ford.com of different interiors where one of them's like a black and copper. So it just looks very stylish from the inside. And then a lot of cool different colors as well, exterior wise. So they took a lot from the Ranger, a lot of the popular ones, Area 51, the Cyber Orange, that costs a little extra. That's been popular with a bunch of the Rangers that we've gotten in that. The Velocity Blue, that's very popular with like the F-150. So this is a model that I don't think is going to go away. I think it's going to do very well. I think as long as the inventory kicks up with it, right? That's the problem right now, the inventory with every single model. I think you'll start to see a lot of them out there. So very impressed with it, and can't wait to get more in. As we get more in, especially different colors and different interiors and the 2 different trim levels that we're missing, the XLT and the Lariat, I will definitely, and my team will be posting on social media. So look out for that. Another cool thing we did this week, we have a partnership with Rutgers Athletics. We do a lot of their fleet business, and we have a advertising deal with them for their college football and college basketball, and some other sports programs as well. So, I've talked about a lot on the podcast before. I've had members from the Rutgers Athletics team on my podcast before. And so part of our deal, we got some tickets for the college football season that's going on right now. And we posted a giveaway for the game this Saturday, Rutgers against Michigan State. And we announced that winner earlier today. So that was great for the winner. I think 19 people were able to do all of the steps, because we had, follow us, like us, tag friends, share the post. We did it across all of our social media platforms and for all of our stores. So we had 19 entries. There was one lucky winner on the randomizer. So that was great. So we will be doing more Rutgers college football ticket giveaways on our social media page. So look out for that. And then obviously I've been talking a lot about it. The Jimmy Allen concert that's coming up October 17th. Tickets are selling very quickly. I think we're up to about 350. We have a capacity of 500. So there's only 150 tickets left. So, I do think it's going to sell out by the time of the concert. So get your tickets, don't wait. But I want to call attention to a really good interview that Thunder 106, or the radio station that we're partnering with for this concert, they did with Jimmy Allen. So they got him on a call. It's a 9-minute interview. I definitely recommend watching it. It's entertaining. Jimmy Allen's a very comical guy. They talk about, the custom trucks that we did for him, what it was like playing in a car dealership showroom, which he did for us. a few years back as a military appreciation concert. And what this concert means to him in terms of being a charity concert and coming back here to All American Ford in Old Bridge to perform in our showroom. So check that out on our social media pages. Again, that's an interview with Jimmy Allen and Thunder 106, the radio station that we're partnering with for this concert. Concert is October 17th, and you could still get tickets at oldbridgeconcertforhope.com. But before that, I want to bring up our next event, which is on October 9th. So this Saturday, right around the corner, our All-American Subaru in Old Bridge, Pet-A-Palooza. It is an annual adoption event that we do here in our All-American Subaru showroom, where we invite local adoption agencies that we partner with. They bring dogs and cats, and hopefully, all of them get adopted. Some of the adoption agencies, depending on the rules, some of them, I think you'll be allowed to do adoptions on the spot and take them home. I think most of them, though, I think there's like an application process, a review process, stuff like that. So that's kind of the story with the adoption agencies. There's going to be some vendors here. It's going to be a great event. It's from 11 to 3 p.m. There's going to be the Friendly's ice cream truck here. There's going to be a mobile pet groomer here. So their truck's going to be parked out front for pet owners to check out and learn more about. And we are going to have an on-site cutest pet contest, which is sponsored by New Jersey 1015. It's the radio station that we're working with for our pet event. And we did it back in 2019, and it was very popular. So registration is going to start around 1 p.m. for that. The contest will begin around 1:30. You'll get extra points for your pets being in Halloween costumes. And there's amazing prizes totaling over $1,200. There's going to be a grand prize, second place, third place, fourth place. You get to pick between a whole host of prizes that New Jersey 1015 has secured for us. So definitely come by for that. Last time, I think we probably had about 15 to 20 entries in that. They walked the dogs in front of the judges' table. It was just a really fun, really cool event. Everybody kind of came together and had a really good time with it. So that's this Saturday, October 9th from 11 to 3. So we hope to see you there. And I'll be back next week. I'll probably recap our pet event and talk a lot more about the Jimmy Allen concert, since that'll be the following weekend. So thanks for joining. Have a good one. And hopefully you're able to stop by for our pet event.
Well,